repeating broadcast. The president is speaking at 6:30, so I probably have a light crowd tonight, but I'm hoping for the best. So how was your week? Everybody give me some love in the comments and let me know how your week's doing. I probably look a little bit tired. My allergies have been bothering me so bad. I know many of you as well. And plus I rearranged some things in here so my lighting is not the greatest. But I'm sure you ladies at home can understand that sometimes, hey, you know, we try and figure out how we look best and we end up messing things up worse than before. So that can happen. I'll be the first to say. I don't know, maybe I need to move the camera back a little bit. I don't know. I'm just way too washed out. Okay, so I got to find my broadcast over here on Govs. There's always a delay, so I never know when I'm on or not. Here I am. Here I am to save the day. What was that, Mighty Mouse, I think, when we were kids? Well, it was repeats when I was a kid, so. Okay. Ooh, I look kind of weird. Alrighty. So, as I said, I am Georgia Rose from Zencuda. And I'm talking a bit tonight about myself. My favorite topic. No, I'm kidding. A little bit about myself, and then I want to talk about all of you and how the energy has been for all of you guys. I've got my cards here tonight, so we're going to be doing some cards. I got all kinds of cards here. So if you want a card read, just tell me that in the comments. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about, because I know I've had a lot of new viewers the last few weeks, and I want to talk a little bit about me and what I do. I'm an astrologer, and I'm also a psychic intuitive. So I usually use your birth chart and my psychic ability to do readings and healing work. And reading is sometimes people who have crossed over, your loved ones will, you know, make an appearance or send a message. And usually those messages are for your healing or reconciliation or something to bring you to a higher level in your life. So if you want to book a reading, you can do that on zencuda.com. And as I said, I am a psychic intuitive and an astrologer. I also do healing work. So if any of you looking for Reiki or something like that and you're local, or you are interested in doing a Zoom or FaceTime session, we can arrange that as well. So the energy this week is intense, not only because of the astrology, but also because of what's actually going on in the three-dimensional world, right? We're all like, have this anticipation and frustration and anxiety. But I think it's really important for us to down to our heart chakra. I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks. And I feel like we really need to do that. That if we don't do that, what happens is we get really in our heads. And the next thing we know, we're off and running on some tangent, or we're having anxiety, or we're having some really combative or conflicting things happen to us in our life. So I think it's really super important for us to drop down to that heart space and be authentic, because a lot of this energy is pulling us away from that, and it's making us go into our head, and the idea of might is right, and the idea that we need to be combative or argue with people in order to get our point across. And I think deep down we all really know that's probably the worst thing that we can do in this energy. I think that, oops, this isn't working well. I think that, I have to go back. I'm sorry, I'm trying to share the show, so just bear with me. You guys know the drill. So I think this energy is very conducive for us, you know, being combative and a lot of conflicts in our personal life, and also when we're out there in the three-dimensional world, out in public. You know, we're all very hypersensitized to what each other is doing, and hypersensitized to everyone's opinions, and it's really a very straight of the day, it seems. So my best advice for all you Zencudas out there who are trying to elevate and go on a spiritual path, I think the best advice is to definitely drop down to that heart space and be authentically you, and realize that there is a place for love in your heart. There is a place of love in your life, and where can I bring more love into my life? Because this intense energy is one that is really pulling us away from that. It's pulling us away from the things we love, the things we really value. We may think that we're going in fighting for the things we value, But if we're doing it in a combustive way, it's probably the wrong way to go about it. I think if we do things in a loving way, we probably get more results, and we're so powerful when we're in love, and we are love. So just, I know it's difficult, but try and keep that in mind this next week. I myself really believe right now that we're probably not going to have an answer to these things until, I think, after November 12th, and I'm going out on a limb saying that. But the reason I think that is because Mars has played such a big part in the energy of this whole year that I feel like Mars has to go direct and is still in retrograde in Aries. I feel like that really has to happen for us to go forward. You know, it's holding us in this crazy pattern of the whole Capricorn energy and all those planets in Capricorn that we are having go back and forth throughout this past several months, throughout January, February. That Cancer energy, that Capricorn energy, where all Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto have been in those 20 degrees of Capricorn, were really the energy that started this whole thing in 2020, and the whole conflicting, chaotic, expect the unexpected level of emotion and occurrences. So as that becomes ebbing away now, we have one last thing that we have to go to, and that's Mars squaring all of those things once again before it goes direct in that time frame of November 12th to 14th. So that time frame really packs the final wallop, the final battle, the final war before the energy changes and starts to move towards more refreshing, more lighter energy. And that's why I think we're probably going to be in this kind of energy until probably around then. The other reason I think that is not just because I feel like Mars has to go to direct, but I also feel like we have the Sun in Scorpio, and I feel like that Sun in Scorpio needs to kind of start to move into the latter degrees, because Sun in Scorpio really makes revelations come in. It reveals things that are hidden. It's very deep diving to bring up things. And so that's the energy we're in right now. And you're going to keep hearing that and hearing that and hearing, oh, this just came out, this just came out. And throughout the whole energy timeline, it's like, is this true? Well, I don't know. Is that true or is that true? Well, now what's true? What should I believe? What are my beliefs? And I think the way to stay in a positive energy, a positive frame of mind while all that's happening around us, is to stay in our own truth and make sure that we're in a place that the truth becomes our authentic version, what's meaningful to us, what we need to know about as far as us moving forward in our life. What's the vision for our future? And if you go back to all of the weekly broadcasts I've done since the beginning of the year, soon it's going to be a full year that I've been doing these podcasts. If you go back to all along, one of the things when we first started this COVID energy and the energy of, political unrest and the racial unrest, was I kept saying, what is your vision for the future in your personal life? What is that vision? And match your daily tasks, the things that you do daily, the things that are valuable to you, with that vision for your future. Because while there's a huge vision for the future going on in the country, and that's why we're so polarized and so divided, because there's two different versions and visions of what the future looks like. While that's happening, the place where we have stability, the place where we can create security for ourselves, is in our own vision for what the future means to us, and how we want to actuate that in our personal lives, in our spiritual life, in our partnerships, in what we do, in our vocations. And so if we can drop down into that heart space while all this craziness is going on around us, and match our actions and the things that we do in our life with what our own personal vision is for the way we want our life to be, who we want to show up as in the world. If we can do that, especially now as 2020 draws to a close, it's going to really make 2021 a successful year for us, because 2021 is when the energy changes into a more refreshing, a more futuristic, a more researching kind of way. Like, we get answers to the questions we've had before. Our blockages are revealed in a way that we can actually communicate with ourselves in order to move our life forward. So really important energy coming in. When that 2021 middle of January energy comes in, Saturn moves into an air sign, Aquarius, Jupiter follows, and all of a sudden we end 200 years of really dense earth energy, and we come into a whole new energy. Whereas this year's energy was the energy of the Reformation and Martin Luther changing belief systems for a whole world, so many, many hundreds of years ago. This energy moves us into a part of the cosmos where it's the energy alignment that we had during the signing of the Magna Carta. So now the energy that we've gone through this year moves forward into an actuation of what it has shown us, the evolution of what all of this do-overs, the frustration, the plodding slowness, the nothing moving forward, what were the lessons within that, and what were those lessons within our own life? What have we been trying to let go of? What have we been clinging to? What keeps repeating? Now we get answers in this latter part of the year, explosive sometimes, and then in 2021 we start to actuate the refreshing, the breath of fresh air, the air that comes in to clear out the debris, and we start to really actuate a new way. So that's really where we're at, and I think that if we can drop down into our heart space, and well, everyone on a global level is trying to figure out their truth, their version of what life should be, politics, their religion, their racial beliefs, all their beliefs. We need to drop into ourselves and know what our vision and our beliefs are for our life and start to actuate them. And that's where we can use the energy of the cosmos for that. Let whatever's going on in the outer world play out. You're doing the work you need to do in your own life to go on the path that you need to do in order to be really successful, really driven, really ambitious, creating a beautiful life that you love, regardless and no matter of what's going on around you. And once you do that, then you can bring that energy to the world of what's going on around you to change it, to be a force for change in love and enlightenment. And so that's, in a nutshell, the energy that we're in. We're going to be in this energy for a while. When some major planets move into air and Aquarius and more refreshing time frame, and we change things, what happens is that doesn't just happen overnight. It's not like a day, oh, the planet's here now, it's going to be so different. No, this is a gradual changing of things for us. But if we're tuned in and we're aware, we get it, and we can use the energy the way we need to. And that's how astrology gives us self-mastery, because each planet has a spiritual lesson to teach us. And if we're aware and awake and learn, then we can bring it into our own personal microcosm. And then when we learn it, we bring it to the macrocosm of the world. So that's really how the energy is. And this is big stuff. This is a lot of karma. This is clearing ancestral karma. Right now, we've got Mercury squaring Saturn. Mercury squaring Saturn the next few days and into the weekend is Mercury, our minds, the way we think, the way we perceive things, the way we figure things out, the way we do a puzzle, meeting Saturn, the authoritarian. Saturn is the planet that puts limits on things. It lets us understand where our borders are, our boundaries are, the things that we will tolerate and not tolerate. Because it's still close to Pluto, it is power. It is where are we willing to bend the rule for power? Where are we going to draw a line in the sand for power? When is enough is enough? When is power loosely defined and tolerable? And when is power going overboard and becoming detrimental? So you can't write this stuff. I mean, never has the cosmos been so in sync with what's being acted out on the global stage. Just amazing. So in our own personal lives, that Mercury square Saturn is probably going to bring in some revelations, my new favorite word. It's probably going to give us aha moments, but not aha moments that fill us with bliss and joy, not just yet. That comes in a few more days. These aha moments are like, oh, now I see what that is. I have to take care of it. So we've got some work to do. And Mercury square Saturn is going to point that out, but it's going to give us the mental capacity and the ability to think it through enough to change whatever we need to change. So I am seeing only a couple of comments here. Don't know why. Let me look at these. Okay. Put this like this. So I'm going to do some cards tonight. First card I am going to pull are going to be for the situation that we're seeing. We know what's going on in the world and how can we make this situation, what's going on and how can we make this situation better. We need to learn. And I'm going to pull those cards. And then if anybody else wants a card, you can just say so in the comments and we'll pull some cards for you. I feel like I'm not seeing comments right now, so just give me a couple of minutes to do some housekeeping. Okay, I've got Joanne here. I've got Monica. I know I had John here a minute ago. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing all my comments. Okay, so first I'm going to start with picking a card for the energy that we're just seeing out there. And I'm sorry, I don't have an engineer, so I really have to make sure that I am on here, number one, and then I have to make sure that you refresh. Make sure that I can see all your comments, because the only way I have communicating with you, unlike when I'm in the studio and I have a live call-in. Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing comments here. Okay, they're filtering in now. There we go. Hi, David. Joanne says she feels... Hi, Sarah. Joanne says she feels like something really bad is going to happen. I feel something is wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. Sometimes Mercury square Saturn can give us anxiety. I also think that if you're watching a lot of media, news and things like that, you're going to feel anxiety because they build it up and they build it up and they make things, so changeable. 1 minute this is happening, another minute this is happening. So that could be, but I hear you, girlfriend, because I've been feeling a little bit the same thing. And I do think that something big is going to happen. I mean, I have my own thoughts about it, and I won't put them out here because they're a little bit too unusual to mimic like this. We've never seen anything like the elections that we're seeing. The reason for that is because never have we been before the last 60 years or 50 years our experience all the people. If it had happened, first time or Frank's time, people would have to read about it in the newspaper or wait till 6 o'clock at night for a radio broadcast that maybe people in the Midwest were hearing at a different time. Events together in real time. A building explodes or a terrorist attack or something really wonderful happens. And it's broadcast in seconds, and now everyone in the universe, Earth, is experiencing it all at the same time. That energy goes out like a ripple effect. So prior to the last several years, 50 years or so, we never had that. So we weren't experiencing the energy of the collective as amplified as it is nowadays. And so that's why we feel things so acutely, and we feel anxiety more, or we feel joy more or bliss more. We're raising vibration or lowering vibration as a collective because now we're vibrating together at the same time, whereas that never happened. 200 years ago, 250 years ago, if something happened, people sometimes didn't find out about it until a month later when, the Pony Express or news came across the ocean. Now somebody in all the way across the world, something happens and we feel it, we know about it right away, as does everyone around us. So that's why it's so important to raise the vibration of ourselves And that raises the vibration in the universe, because when we raise our own vibration, that also ripples out. So when you feel anxiety, Joanne, I think that's one of the reasons. Yeah, my internet has been like this on and off all day. It's not me, it's just the internet, because I have to broadcast still from home. So I'm hoping it clears up. If it doesn't, unfortunately. But I'm seeing what you're seeing because I have a monitor out. And I can't boot off and come back in because I'll lose the broadcasting software. Alyssa Weisenbaum, I feel like, for some reason, I'm feeling 3 weeks. So that might be until the first of the month, but I think it might be either you're going to get news right before Thanksgiving or it's going to be put off till the first of the month. That's what I'm feeling. Terry, I hope it was a good revelation today. Hi, Janine, my sunshine girl. I'm going to start pulling cards. First thing I'm going to do is pull for world energy. So you have to keep your vibration really high, guys, because it's really important for us to send that out to the world. I've really been trying to keep love in my heart. And, I have my opinions about things as well, but I think there's something bigger at stake right now. I think it's not about being red, blue, black, white, this or that. I think it's about all of us need to unite and be in an energy for the world. So let me pull two tarot and a soul card for the universe. Okay, this card just fell out of the deck, so we're going to use that. Very nice, nostalgia. That's a good card. All right, so 2 cards. Why am I not surprised? I got... Let me pull a soul card. This is funny. It's always so funny, right? Okay, if you, in the comments, somebody tell me if the broadcast is still going in and out. Hi, Elaine. Elaine gave me a reading the other night. Got my blood work this morning, Elaine, and you're going to laugh. Because, Elaine, I went to... we're still coming in and out. I don't know how to fix it. Elaine, I went... Let me look at the modem is fine. So I went to get my blood work today, Elaine, because I had a reading with Elaine. She said, go check your health. And if any of you ever have a reading with Elaine, do what she tells you to do. So, I go to get my blood work, and I was there at 7 a.m. when they opened, and there was a huge line. Like, I don't know. I said to them, is there COVID people getting tested here? And they said no, so that was good. And so I went in, and, I have, like, a little bit of trouble sometimes with my veins, always have. And, well, let me tell you, 5 needles and 2 technicians later, I got my blood work done. So thank you for that torture, Miss Elaine Risotto. Just kidding. I know it wasn't your fault. But it's just, this whole year, I usually am like the person who, Christmas Eve, I'll go to the mall to go shopping, and I get the spot by the door. Always have had that in my life. I just feel like I manifest good things with gratitude, whatever. This year, it's like whatever can go wrong goes wrong. I go to vote, and my ballot keeps getting spit out of the machine and spit out of the machine and spit out of the machine. And it was a whole fiasco, which I won't go into here because it'll set people on fire about the whole voter fraud. But every little thing I do lately, it's like to have this energy around me because I have all these transits happening. It's actually, you just have to laugh at it. It's quite comical. So the cards I picked for the world were, first of all, this card fell out of the deck. And for those of you who read, to me, this is the card of nostalgia. You can see the older woman there and, the cup running over with flowers. It's almost like a presentation or a gift. This is the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups to me always is a card of nostalgia, of looking back, feeling comfort and safety. So if I had to read this card, I would say that after some turmoil, we're probably going to have some safety, feel comforted. Things are going to work out. We're going to be able to be comfortable in our own skin with some of our traditions. This is a card very much of tradition for me, and Thanksgiving just popped into my head. So this card fell out of the deck, and I feel like this was a card that Spirit gave to us to show us that things are going to be okay. It's almost like that reggae song, Everything's Gonna Be Alright. I'm not going to sing because you guys will all disconnect the broadcast. And then I got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles to me is Capricorn energy. And this is very much to me an earth sign. It is a strong energy, usually a male, but I really feel this card coming in right now is showing me the Capricorn energy of the world. We've had that Capricorn clump, Capricorn crap, whatever you want to call it, with the planets that keep transiting, those 3 planets that have been stuck in Capricorn all year and causing a lot of this unrest for us. So if I pulled this card and this card fell out of the deck, I think Spirit is kind of giving us the message that all this Capricorn cluster is going to, in the end, bring us to a comfort and a resolution. And then I got the King of Swords upside down. And this is absolutely in line with what's going on in the world now, because the King of Swords upside down is structure, law, justice, legalities, the courts. And if it's upside down, that means that it's not resolved yet. It's ongoing. Things are unbalanced, unjust, out of balance. So the fact that I pulled these 2 cards, it's showing me for the world energy that what we're going through now, the unrest, the cumulative energy of the Capricorn planets, the contradictions, the pandemic, the racial problems, the powerful problems. Capricorn is power, structures, police, courts, so political things. So in the end, this will all bring us the comfort, the nostalgia, and the structure that we need. But it's still out of balance. We've got court fights, we've got legalities, we've got a lot of things to do for justice. So the cards really didn't tell us anything that we don't already know, but what they're doing is confirming that we're on a path of fate and karma that in the end will comfort us. And then I pulled the Soul card. And this to me is also a card of comfort and joy. I've been working a lot, which I do normally anyway, but I'm working a lot these last couple of days with violet energy. And this to me is almost like the proverbial pat on the back. Even though the hand is coming down from the head, I feel like this is Spirit coming down and showing us love, showing us you are loved. Don't give up hope. Keep praying. Keep speaking to me. Keep connecting with me. I feel like there's an angel energy here. So keep connecting with the divinity, the beautiful Spirit energy, love, and God source, because He is there to lend a helping hand. And so I feel like all of this 3-dimensional turmoil is going to get sorted out when we can really put love in our hearts and see the right path. Okay? And now I'm going to start picking a card for you guys. I don't know if you guys have any comments about that read, but I think the cards are giving us the confirmation and the understanding that we really are okay. We just have to go through these things. It's like when I was younger and I had to walk on hot coals and at a seminar, and it's like you could endure anything for a temporary amount of time. And I also used that analogy when I was going through my cancer treatment, and some days would be really painful, or some days would be procedures that were very invasive, and I knew it was only temporary, so I could do it. It's not forever, and these times are not forever either. But what usually happens when we have some suffering or some discomfort is it's there to teach us, and if we learn the lesson, when we come out and pull the energy forward, our lives are so much more enriched, and we're grateful for that. So don't push away the discomfort and don't push away the unrest or the suffering, because there's a lesson in that. Not everything's about the suffering. It's about coming away from that with everything that you've learned and the gratitude of it. All right. I'll tell you the results when I get them, Elaine. Okay. And I'm sorry that the internet was going in and out. Not my fault. That's optimum. Did I say that? Okay. So first card of the night is going to be for, I believe, John Manetta. My lovey. I love him. He put up a picture of something he was cooking before, and I was like, damn, that looks good, but he's a little far away, so I couldn't go eat with you. But I'm sure you had company anyway. You didn't invite me, but I invited myself. But I had a really good juicy burger today. I've been dropping a lot of weight, so for no reason, I don't think. I guess Elaine will tell me. But I ate a big juicy burger before, and it tasted really good. I love to indulge sometimes like that. Just, Hey, Angie Julian's here. Great. My favorite Leo. And all right, so first card is for John Mineta. Okay, John. John, you've got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, if you look at this, he's coming in on the horse. He's fast. It's unpredictable. It's unexpected. This is a card of something happening very quickly, something changing very quickly, energy coming in with a swoop. And, it only lasts a few minutes, or it's a very short thing, but it changes things for a very long time. So something in your life is going to change. Absolutely. So whatever is coming in, this line of energy that's been with you for a while, there's something that it's not even like brewing. It's just like, and it changes. Sometimes this is also for some people known as the emergency card, like, 911, like not in a bad way necessarily, but just like, almost like Ghostbusters, like who are you going to call? And then this person rushes in and saves the day. So it's definitely unpredictable and very fast energy that comes in and changes things very quickly. All right. My next card is going to be shush phone. My next card is, I'm going to move back up. It's going to be Janine. I'm going to pick a card for you. I feel like they're telling me to go to the soul cards. All right. We just get that because that is my business line in the house. Cancel off. What other interruptions can we have tonight? Geez, can you tell Mercury is like going direct very slowly in the sky? All right, this is for Janine, soul card. Everybody give me some energy because I need it tonight. I've been burning the candle at both ends. Nothing fun, a lot of work. Okay, I run like 3 businesses. Wow, Janine. This is a really cool card. I've never gotten one of these before. You've got a lot of people around you that from the other side. Now, I know you lost your mom, but this is really a card of you being at peace with certain things and the karma of past loved ones coming through to actually support you and give you the love that you need in order to accomplish some goals. So instead of mourning anyone who passed over, remember you can ask them for assist and say, please send me love, or send me energy from the divine side, or send my message, message my prayers up to God, and people from the other side will hear you. They've been on your mind. I feel also like you may be having some dreams about people who've passed over, so just take that with you. Next card is going to be for Joanna Maya. Hi, Joanna. Hope your health is good. I know you had some challenges. And I think sometimes, Joanne, when we get that weird feeling about anxiety like you're expressing, I think sometimes that's just our own fear. But I definitely feel like we have some impending things. And I think that's because we know there are a lot of structures and a lot of things in our lives that we have come to know as comfort that are really going to be gone. We're in for major changes. Okay, this card is a card that speaks to me, Joanne, of imprints. And when you first look at this card, it looks like blood. But I want to really ease your mind when you look at this card, because it's not a bad card or anything like that. What it really is if you look at the imprints, they're there to show an identity. They're there to show the palm prints, the uniqueness of the flesh in the face. And if you look really closely, there's another pair of hands coming down here and here, which would be from divinity, from God's source. So this is about you need to be uniquely who you are, and you need to make your own imprint in the world. And God has given you a special and unique imprint that is only yours, but you're allowing things that are around you to come in and dim or dilute your own unique person, your own unique and authentic gifts. So go into that imprint. One of the tricks that I use when I don't feel present and I feel like I'm, coming into my headspace too much, is I sometimes will just look at my hand and look at the lines in my hand and feel myself in a way of genuine gratitude, and just feeling myself, my flesh, my bone, my blood, and knowing I'm alive on this earth. And I know that might sound freaky to some people, but it's my way of grounding myself back into who I am, my essence. So when you look at this card, these imprints where this ink, or if you want to say it's blood or whatever it is, and don't be afraid of that, because that's our life force, our lifeblood, our prana, is showing you the imprint uniquely of who you are. And so these hands are held up in surrender. So surrender to who you really are and the authenticity of who you are. And do not allow what's around you in the three-dimensional world to be more important than that. All right. Terry Frattini, I'm going to give you a card now, okay? And Monica, you're next. So, okay. Okay. Terry, I'm looking at this card. Oh, we get this card every once in a while. This is my card of spirit communication. This is, if you look at it, it looks like, I feel almost like this is an ascended master, but it's really representative of you to me. So Terry, do you see the hands in this picture? They're almost like being outstretched, like he's holding these swords almost that look like hands. And to me, this is a card that shows us we have to reach out to God for messages, for light, especially this is orange and yellow, which to me is the lower chakras. So don't be afraid if you're working on any kind of gifts or working on receiving any kind of message or trying to tune in more, don't give up, because it's there. It's just that it's almost like slightly out of your reach right now, but you are being spoken to, messages are coming in. So just take that with you, because that's what that really means to me, is, reach out for it, strive for it, because the messages are coming. Look at the light in the card around the head. Okay. Next person is Monica. Hi, Monica. I love you. I hope you're going for your Reiki. I don't know. Gotham Gold Graz. Oh, Graz. Okay. Anthony, I want to be on your show. Only I'm not really funny. Okay. So this is for Monica. Monica, they're telling me actually to pick a soul card for you and a tarot card. So I'm going to pick your soul card. Okay. Monica, you're very surrounded by angels, my dear. And I'm making arrangements maybe to have a drum circle. So I'll send you, it's going to be invitation only because I can only fit a certain amount of people. Okay. Wow. Monica, you've got some beautiful new beginnings coming. And you're surrounded by angels. Look at this card. First I pulled this as the soul card for you. And I get this card a lot, but to me it just means like communing with the angels. Like look up instead of down. Know that the angels are with you. Don't fear it. Have fun with it. Talk to your angels. They're all around you, especially Archangel Michael and Shamwell, who is the light blue color. And then I got this beautiful card, the Judgment card. But when I got it, the hit that I got was not any kind of judgment. This is rebirth. This is Archangel Gabriel, trumpet, giving a message. So angels are really around you, and you're going to get a message from an angel, because in this Judgment card, Archangel Gabriel is bringing the message. It could be a message of health, but I'm also feeling like it might have something to do with the birth of a baby or a new grandbaby. So take that with you, because feeling some new energy, new beginning coming in, Monica. So you'll have to confirm that for me if you hear anything. All right. Sarah, going to pull a card for you. Tonight went fast, but I think it was because I was a little bit late coming on. Sorry. It's been one of those days. Okay, so this card is for Sarah. Sarah, they're also telling me to pick a soul card besides this card for you. Actually, they're telling me to pick a grace card for you. So I'm going to pick this card. Sarah, I don't know if you've been having a lot of choices or something, trying to make a decision about something. They're telling me to go to these beautiful grace cards from Cheryl Richardson. Had these cards for a very long time. I use these cards in my circles quite a lot because they're easy to read. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, what are you trying to make a decision about? I feel like it's something to do with going back to work or not, maybe, or I don't know why homeschooling popped in my head. Okay, so Believe is your card, and I got this for the tarot. I'm going to read something to you in a minute. This was the tarot card, which to me is a lot of choices. It's good things, good choices, but you don't know which direction to go in. And for some reason what's coming into the back of my crown chakra right now is something to do with work and school. So I don't know if you teach, or if you have something that you teach, or if you have children who are homeschooled or grandchildren who are homeschooled, but it's some kind of decision around these things. And the other card that we got was Believe. And it says, when we marry intention with action, miracles happen. So I definitely feel this is the energy of some kind of decision. And what Spirit is telling us is to make sure that your actions support the decision, your intention, your actions support the intention. Whatever the decision you really want, the outcome that you really want, make sure that the actions that you do support that. For example, a lot of times people will be trying to manifest money to pay for something or to buy something new, but yet they walk around all day saying they don't have enough money to pay their bills. You're showing the universe, and your speech and your action is one of lack while you're trying to manifest abundance. So always believe and make sure that you marry intention with action, because that's where our power lies. So whatever choices you're trying to make, whatever you're trying to manifest the outcome of, believe it as though it has already happened. And then sync your actions with it. I remember when I was looking for a bigger space when I had a business a few years ago, and I needed a bigger space because we were expanding. And every day I would get up and I would just pretend it already was. And even though I was still going to the small office that we'd outgrown, I'd pretend I was driving to my big office. And it worked. So always have the actions support the intention. I know Greg Braden, the influential person, he has this story he tells about when a certain indigenous people wanted rain, they needed rain, and they would do a rain dance, but they wouldn't pray for rain, they wouldn't hope for rain, they wouldn't wish for rain. They would actually, in their minds, do a meditation where it already was raining and they could smell the rain and feel the mud under their feet. So they actuated the rain through the intention of action. So believe, and you will manifest. Next card is going to be for David. And I know, David, you asked me a question about moving. And you've asked me this question quite a lot. And I feel that you were supposed to move actually in September, October. But I feel that the choices that were made with the family were not to do that. So in order to make something happen, again, you have to marry the intention with what you're doing. So let's pull a card for you and see if we can figure out about a move. Okay. I have the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is your mom, David. And so the decision is up to her. When you're going to be moving, David, is up to mom. So mom's got to get her ducks in a row and start making the plan and sticking to it. Okay. John, I pulled for you. Angie, going to do a card for you. Sparky, come here. I don't know what that dog is doing lately. He's got a mind of his own. Ever since that full moon, my dog's been acting weird. Any of your animals acting weird out there? So Angie, I'm going to pull a card for you. And I saw something, a post the other day about you thinking about a new career of some kind. I was going to tell you, go get your real estate license, girl. You're a salesperson. Call me if you want to talk about it. Okay. Angie, this is a recognition card. So whatever you are trying to manifest, if it's a new job or a new path in work or anything like that, this card shows that you will be recognized. This is like a reward for hard work. The laurel wreath on top of the staff is like a victory, like someone riding into battle. They're victorious and they're being recognized for their prowess, their talents, and their victory. I'm going to pull a soul card for confirmation on that, but keep going on whatever path you're thinking, because there is a reward at the end of that path. Just keep going, and keep your vibe really high and your intentions really, really joyful. Yeah, because I'm getting this card, and to me, this is a card of elevation. Things work out. Like it's almost like an acrobat. Like you're on top of this beautiful place and you're taking that leap of faith. So between this being victorious and, the laurel wreath showing recognition, you've got to take the leap in order to get this. So take the leap of faith in order to get the recognition. All right. Did Janine, did Terry, did Monica. Alyssa, 6-year-old son. I've said, I think I'm seeing around just before Thanksgiving. If not, then it's going to go into December. All right. We'll pull a card for that just to see. And I got the Knight of Pentacles, and it's in the upright position, and this is abundance. This is a card, like I said, of authority, of structure. So that would be to me that the move is coming. Yeah, I feel like this is more towards Thanksgiving. Earth. Yeah. All right. Elaine, I'm going to pick a card for you. I did one for Cherry. So this is for Elaine. Card flew out of the deck, Elaine. Uh-oh, Elaine. Don't you love when a card reader goes, uh-oh? It's the Seven of Swords. You know what that means, right? Yeah. Huh? But let me pick a soul card, okay? Because I'm feeling like you got the same card Janine got. Yeah, this is, you need to spend more time in connection because there's a lot of messages. Look at all these people coming through. You're going to be booking a lot of readings, girlfriend. But I think you're like moving away from it a little bit. You need to spend more time in this, less time in this. Okay? Sylvia Pacheco, I'm going to pull a card for you. That's great, Terry. This is a very releasing energy. Terry said she had a revelation. She had to let it go. Very releasing energy because we're finishing up the year. We're finishing up that cycle. We have around the 12th and 14th is going to be the last push to that energy. So don't be surprised, people, if things really repeat around that energy. And this is for Sylvia. Sylvia, if there's anything in your life that you are stuck in, ambivalent about, wondering about, can't move, Chariot card says you're moving forward. This is like the car is idling at the curb and you just got in and hit the gas. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, something's going to change for you and move forward in a really big way. All right. Who have I got next? Nikki. Going to pull a card for you, Nikki. Hope you're still on. All right. Whoa. Nikki, I don't know if this is about a relationship. I'm feeling a relationship for you. That you're looking in the past a little bit. You're nostalgic. You're being nostalgic and almost like glorifying it, romanticizing the past a little bit. And I think you need to be a little bit more realistic about things. I don't think if you have been thinking about a past relationship or the way a relationship used to be, I think you're making it a lot better than it actually was a little bit, romanticizing it, seeing the past through rose-colored glasses. That's what I'm feeling for you. So make your decisions based on the present, on what is occurring now, not on what was, because the only thing that matters is what's occurring right now. All right. Linda, hey, my Linda, how are you? Yeah, Janine, I felt like you're going to get messages in your sleepy poo. So go to sleep early and often. Okay. And we're going to pull a card from my friend Linda. I miss everybody so much. And I was thinking about the holidays and I was starting to get a little down. I don't want to do that. You know, we got to be grateful for what is. So I said to myself, well, it's a little bit warm still here in the Northeast. I'm like, I'm going to put up my Christmas lights because that'll cheer me up and I'll just leave them up like longer because it's earlier and it'll feel like Christmas better since we can't have a lot of our gatherings. So, Linda, I've got the Page of Cups. You get this card a lot, I feel like. This is a communication coming in, something, your cup running over, something good. This is, to me, communication electronically, a text, a phone call, an email, social media. So you're going to get a communication that's good news, maybe about a job. I don't know. I know you were asking about that. And then this is you. Keep your heart light glowing, glowing, glowing. Bring it in. Bring it in. Don't bring in negative. Bring in only positive. Excuse me. So, Linda, there's definitely something coming in a communication, but you've got to keep your thoughts really positive because this manifestation is really heightened right now. So don't allow negative to come in. I know that's so hard with everything that's going on. Just looking at the comments. Got that. Okay. Yeah, Monica, you had so many angels around you, especially the cards were saying that. Keep talking to them because I think they're bringing some really beautiful thing. I feel like there's a baby or granddaughter coming. Oh my God, Sarah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I picked up in the card. So, you know in your heart the decision that you really want. So act as if it's already happened and start to work with that. So So Linda, I just pulled your card. I think that this is definitely something coming in manifesting. I think you're going to hear something in the next week about a job change, if you haven't already. Sneaky Pete card. That card is like haunting us, Elaine. I didn't want to say Sneaky Pete, right? Bye-bye. See you. Okay, Nikki. So I'm on track with that. All right. Not at all. I don't know if she means she's not romanticizing it or what, but I think that read was right. I miss you too. Oh, Chris, I got to do a card for you, and I think Chris is probably our last one of the night. Chris, I feel like your energy is lighter. Doing good, girl. Stay good. Stay good. Okay, Chris. Chris, I feel like you have more clarity. You're accepting yourself more. I feel like this is your higher self, and this is, our authentic self, kind of, the body we're living in. And I feel like this is becoming more and more in alignment. I feel a real flow here, flowing. I feel like you are accepting and coming into alignment with yourself in a really big way. That's beautiful. What a beautiful card for you. Oh, wow, Joanne, maybe I'm getting a new house then. I don't want to be on the water, though. I just want a stone cottage. I want a little stone cottage, kind of like one of the ones you find in those, British movies. I've been trying to manifest my little stone cottage. Swans in the water. Swans mate for life, Joanne, so that's our friendship, right? Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, Linda. Sending you much, much love for great outcome. Okay, Joanne, I got to pull your card. I might get booted off because I'm running overtime. Page of Cups for you too, Joanne. You're going to get a communication electronically, text, phone call, social media. I feel like there's a guy. I feel like maybe you date somebody. And then this is beautiful, beautiful light energy. And when I looked at this card just now, I felt like this was a couple. And I have never seen that in that card before. So I feel like someone new is coming in for you, dating, but you find him either on the internet or through social media, like he sees you on social media or something like that, friend of a friend. So you've got some kind of love interest coming in from communicating through social media. My beautiful friend. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, everybody. Well, that is the broadcast for tonight. You can find me on Zenkuda Official on Instagram, Zenkuda on YouTube, where we have over 100 videos, and the show is always posted. And you can always find me on Facebook. Please stay safe. Drop into your heart energy. Don't allow what's going on in the world to make you crazy and negative and in derision and division and prejudice and judgment. Please stay in your heart and use this energy to find your authentic truth, the version of yourself you really want to bring forward in your life, because that's the only truth that really matters in the world. Thank you so much. I love you all, and you know where to find me, zenkuda.com. Talk to you soon. Good night.